Hello there fam, it's your boy Investor Black. In this video I'm going to be talking about Hamster Combat Tokenomics. Hamster Combat Tokenomics. Now, what is Hamster Combat Tokenomics? According to Wikipedia, tokenomics is a term that refers to the study and analysis of the economic aspect of a cryptocurrency or blockchain project, with a particular focus on the design and distribution of its native digital token. The term is a portmanteau of words, token and economics. So that's basically the definition. So I'm going to be throwing more light on the tokenomics and everything you need to know about Hamster tokenomics. I'm going to be talking about the pre-sale price. I'm going to be talking about the pre-sale listing exchanges. Okay, for those of you that are interested in the pre-sale. Then I'm going to be talking about how to buy hamster token via the pre-sale, how to swap your hamster for USDT, how this hamster token will be awarded, how your airdrop is going to be awarded, the ratio for the airdrop. I'm going to be talking about that. Then finally I'm going to be talking about what you should focus on, what you must focus on if you want to make the most out of this. So what is tokenomics? We've already defined that, so I'm going to be talking about the tokenomics, right? So the first you need to notice is about the tokenomics is that the airdrop supply is about 1% of the total supply. The total supply is about 10 billion coins. 10 billion coins, right? Now, out of that 10 billion coins, they are going to be supplying 100 million coins. So all the members that are playing Hamster Combat, they're going to be given 100 million. I don't know if this is $100 million or 100 million coins, but what I can tell you is that it is 1% of the total amount in circulation. Let's assume it's $100 million, because that's what makes sense, right? Because if it's 100 million coins, there are people that are having more than 100 million coins at the point of making this video. So let's assume it is $100 million. Now, out of this $100 million, it's just 1% of the total money that was used to raise this project, right? So we have $100 million now. The next thing we want to talk about is the listing price, right? The listing price. It's going to be listed on those platforms I mentioned earlier in my previous video. The platforms include Bybit, Mexi, BitGet, Lbank, Gate.io, OKX, KuCoin, and Huobi. Also, Binance has been rumored to be listing this as well. So for those of you that have accounts here, you can exchange it when it's listed on your platform. The next thing we want to talk about is the amount that will be released. Now, the amount that will be released is about 20%. 20% of this 100 million is what will be released. Now, the reason why this is like this is because they want to prevent massive dump, right? So this amount is going to be released during the vesting period of 4 months. Meaning that for 4 months you're going to receive just 20% of your total mined coins, right? Then after that 4 months you will receive the remaining 80%, right? So that's basically what it means. So we now know that we are going to be releasing this. What is this TGE all about? I know most of you will be asking what TGE is all about. So here is what it is. TGE stands for Token Generation Event, right? Token Generation Event is an event when a crypto project issues its token and makes them publicly available for purchasing, right? Remember, it is already publicly available for purchasing, so TGE has started already, right? So that means the airdrop is very, very close, right? So 20% is going to be made available for TGE at TGE. So the next thing you want to note is that Number one, the total amount of money will be 10 billion. The amount that will be allocated for airdrop is just 1%, which is 100 million. The amount to be released at this event, the TGE event, is 20 million. The vesting period before you get the remaining 80% is 4 months. So that means for each month you're going to be getting the remaining 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. Now the listing price, the projected listing price is 0.002. It could be higher. Judging from what we are seeing at the pre-market listing price, right? The pre-market listing price is not the same thing as the final listing price. Remember, the pre-market listing price is for pre-market listing. It hasn't been made available to even all the countries or everybody, right? So, and there are some things you have to do to be able to even participate in this pre-market trading. Like, you have to be whitelisted, and to be whitelisted you have to go to their page. I'm going to show you what they said about being whitelisted on their page, but that's basically it for the tokenomics. So you know that we have 10 billion in supply and you're going to get 20% initially before the remaining 80%. Now, what is the pre-sale price? We all know that currently there is a pre-sale for Hamster. This is the ticker for Hamster, HMSTR. There is a pre-sale for Hamster on 2 platforms that I know of to the best of my knowledge. The first one is Gate.io and the second one is KuCoin. So if I head over to these platforms, you're going to see that here on KuCoin, Hamster has already been listed, right? Hamster has already been listed, and if you allow that to load, you see that the current last traded price was 0.001, and the average price is 0.00003. I see a lot of posts about it being 0.4, 0.5. That is just the last price, right? Anybody can place their sell order. Remember, we have how pre-market works. You can buy as a maker, you can buy as a taker, you can sell as a maker, you can sell as a taker. What that means is that we have buyers and takers. As a buyer, you have the power to place your price as any amount. You can say you want to sell your Hamster token at $5 per token, and if someone buys it, you successfully sold it at that amount. You can say you want to sell it at $1 per token, and so on and so forth. Then as a taker, you don't make the prices, you just go ahead and view the available amount and buy from the list, right? While if you want to buy as a maker, you have to put the price and say, this is how much I want to buy my Hamster. If it is not this amount, I don't want, right? The same thing for selling. This is how much I want to sell my Hamster. If you won't buy it for this amount, I'm not interested. So that's basically it, and that is why you will notice that the price here is slightly different from the price on the other platform on Gate.io. Here it is 0.001. If I go to Gate.io, you are going to see a completely different price, right? As you can see on Gate.io, the price is 0.4399, right? So that gives you an idea of what to expect. As you can see, this is the last price, 0.2, 0.3, and so on and so forth. So how to trade in pre-markets: create an order. Remember, we already talked about this. Creating an order simply means stating the amount you want to buy, the price you want to buy it for, or the price you want to sell it for, and it basically works like the P2P market in a nutshell, right? So that's basically how this whole thing works. That's how the pre-sale works. So you've seen the two prices. You've seen the price on KuCoin and you've seen the price on Gate.io. It started on the 14th of June. Then the one on KuCoin started on the 20th of June. They are going to be listing on other platforms. As at the time I made this video, on Bybit there is no Hamster Combat. There is no Hamster Combat on Bybit yet for the pre-market trading, right? But we have for other related coins like ZKL, Avail, Zero, and the rest, right? But we don't have Hamster Combat here. So remember, it's one by one. Over time, they will obviously have to be listed on Bybit, right? So that's basically it. So based on the current price, I can tell you that the price is ranging between 0.006 according to KuCoin, 0.000003 according to KuCoin, which is the average price, to the highest price, which is the one on Gate.io, 0.4, right? So people are buying and selling within that range. So there is no fixed price yet because it hasn't been listed. So this is like a P2P market between the holders and the people that are not holders. So the holders are the initial members, the insiders, and they are selling to the general public, right, behind closed doors at the rate that they would like to buy, and they just come to an agreement and make the exchange. So that's basically how P2P works, right? So that's it for the pre-market price. The next thing we want to talk about is the listing exchanges. The listing exchanges are those exchanges that I mentioned initially, right? But the two that are currently listed are KuCoin and Gate.io. KuCoin and Gate.io. So if you're interested in participating, then you have to set up an account with KuCoin and Gate.io. How to buy Hamster token via the pre-sale? First of all, you have to set up your account. Once you set up your account, the next thing you want to do is go to this place and buy. Here that it says buy, you are buying as a taker, right? So you can either buy as a taker or buy as a maker. So when you're buying as a taker, you're just going through the list of prices, just as I was talking about here. So we have the list of prices here, right? Then you just go through the list of prices and just buy. I want to buy at this price, I want to buy at this price, right? Then if you want to sell, you switch to the sell tab and do the same thing. You go through the list of prices and sell. Then if you don't want to buy as a taker, you can create your own price. Say, okay, no, this price is too high for me, I want to buy at XYZ amount. Then you click on create order. If you want to create a sell order or a buy order, create it, and once it's there, it will be listed alongside these ones. And when people come, people that are interested in investing in Hamster, they will buy from you. If yours is the cheapest, obviously everybody would like to go for the cheapest, right? So that's basically how to participate in the Hamster pre-sale. Now the next thing we want to talk about is how you can swap. Swapping is different from buying and selling. Swapping is when there is an amount in an exchange that has been given a fixed price, right? So for example, if I head over to my web browser and I go to Dex Screener and I search for Hamster, you're going to see that the current price here is about 0.006672. If I check another instance, you see that we have a bunch of hamsters. So if I go ahead and I go for this one, which is 6 days old, which corresponds with the time, you're going to see that okay, it's the same thing, 0.0662. You can go ahead and swap from here, right? You swap, this is how much I want, this is how much I'm going to get, right? And so on and so forth. So This is where you swap from. You can go ahead and connect your wallet to this platform and trade. Another platform that you can also use is this other platform called dextools.io, right? dextools.io. So with dextools.io you can link your wallet, while with Dex Screener you can just analyze. So I want to show you how you link your wallet to Dex Tools. You go to this area and click on connect, and you're going to see the list of wallets that you can connect. So connect your wallet with Dex Tools to access new features and get more advantage over your tools. So this is the tool that investors use for trading, because this is where most of the new coins are listed. So if you go and you search for HMSTR, which is the ticker for Hamster, you are going to see that Hamster has been listed on the BNB blockchain, the Solana blockchain, and so on and so forth. But I highly do not recommend you go ahead and buy now, right? The best place to buy is from the main exchange, because anybody can go ahead and list something that looks like Hamster, right? As you can see, the name of this one here is Hamster Combat Token. The name of this one here is Hamster Combat in all capital letters. The name of this one here is Hamster Combat, Hamster Combat with capital capitalization in the first alphabets, right? If you check, you see that the wallet addresses, the addresses are not the same. This one is EBV5 EPC. So what this tells you is that a lot of people are trying to take advantage of Hamster Combat, right? The fact that Hamster Combat is trending and is making waves has prompted a lot of people to want to jump on the trend as well, right? So you want to be careful with that. This particular one looks like it's legit, so I'm going to just click on it, right? When I click on it, it's going to take you to the chart. Then you're going to check here where they list the platform, the website, and see if it's taking you to the official website. If it is not taking you to the official website, then you know that you are on the wrong side, right? So that is one thing you need to notice. So that's how to swap. You connect your wallet here, then you swap. You can go ahead and buy, you can go ahead and sell. I don't want to make this video too long, because frankly I don't recommend anybody yet to buy, because there are a lot of fakes out there, a lot of copies, and it's very difficult. Yes, I know a lot of people are buying, but it's very difficult to tell the particular one that is legit at this time. So that is why you need to wait. On their official page they've not posted much, so that's why I'm not posting much as well. So how will the Hamster tokens be awarded? This is what we should be interested in for us that are mining. So it is going to be awarded at the 1:100 ratio. 1:100 ratio. What that means is that 20%, that's 100 million that is in circulation. When your coin, if your profit per hour is a million, then you're going to be making a million divided by 100. So whatever you have as your profit per hour, divided by 100, and that should be your token. That is one way they could go about it. Or another way they could go about it is to divide the total amount of tokens that has been mined, or the total amount of profit hour, by yours. So if yours is 1 million and the total amount is 10 million, they will do 1 million divided by 10 million times the 100 million that is in circulation. That will give you your amount that is allocated to you. So that's the shares method. The shares method is the method I just explained now, while the ratio method is this one, where they give you 1:100 of what you have as your profit per hour, right? So that's basically it for this. So what should you focus on now that you know the ratio that is 1:100? Well, for me, I would focus on mining. I would focus on growing my profit per hour. As you can see, my Hamster Combat has been here. I don't power it off anymore because I want to increase my profit per hour. You can do that by having a spare phone, log into your Telegram, and just make sure that that particular phone is for Hamster Combat. Whenever you're not playing Hamster Combat, whenever you're not online, just plug it and leave it like that. That will help you mine as much as possible within the time, right? My app has closed. I would have loved to show you, but that's basically it. So you should focus on boosting your profit per hour. I made a video about that. I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video as well. So that's basically it for this. Have a nice day and I love you guys. Bye.